Okay, so we're recording now and I'll get started. So welcome everybody. My name is Bud Wassell. There's my contact information there. If you'd like to follow up, if you have any questions about what I talk about, I can send the slides also so that you can, because I'll be referencing, a number of things about the program. That's the next slide, talking a little bit about our employee and family resources program. Oh, looks like I started at the end. There we go. All right. So, yeah, I wanted to tell you, first of all, about Employee and Family Resources. It's the program that I represent. We'll talk a little bit about quick and easy mindful stress strategies. And I'll tell you about a couple of other programs that might be useful just for overall well-being. So EFR does provide a range of services. There's the toll-free number there. And you'll see work-life, counseling, legal, financial, and then there's a website which has tons and tons of information. So those are all different ways you can use the program. If you're just the first work-life resources, if you're looking for anything for you or your family or your home or your pets even, or even travel, recreation kinds of things, you can give them a call, tell them what you're looking for. They'll go to work and they'll kind of do the legwork for you. So kind of a nice way. I mean, we all tend to go to Google but we have to sift through, kind of like finding a needle in a haystack. And especially if it's something like childcare, elder care, or something that's important to you or specific, they can really do some good research for you and then find those resources and get them to you. The counseling part is available. There's lots of different ways, in-person, phone, or video. Sessions are available. You can either call the number or you can use that website, mybeaconwellbeing.com. If you do that, that will give you online video counselors, and you can actually read their bios. You can schedule a session right online. And so that works well. All of these are up to 6 sessions completely free and totally confidential. That's an important part of this. The services are actually provided by an outside company called Carillon. They're an Anthem company. And I point that out because their records are totally separate. Nothing comes back to us. We don't get any names or of anybody who uses the service. And we have quite a few people who do use all of these. We get about close to 8% overall using the direct services. And then that website there, the second website, Achieve Solutions, has lots and lots of great information. And we had close to 12,000 unique sessions last year of people use that resource. So if you haven't used that, you might check it out because there's lots of great information on there. We also have these life cycle kits, which are free. You just call that same number if you want one of them. You'll see for different life events as you scan through the list. And they're all described on that website as well. So if you wanted to take a closer look, but you do have to call to get one because they do want to talk to you a little bit about what you need, what you're looking for, and see if there's any other ways that they can help. But they will send one of these kits free to your home. And just to give you an idea, there's the stress management kit with a couple of nice books and a nature mood CD and an adult coloring book for relaxation. And then there's a caregiver support kit, also a couple of good books, and the medical ID alert magnet, jar gripper, and pill organizer. So some nice little things in here. And if you want one, again, just give a call and they will send it out to your home, and just takes maybe 10 minutes or so. Okay. So also want to tell you about peer support. This is something that's we've been trying to let people know more about. We have teams at the various major hospitals. There is a longstanding team at Yale New Haven Hospital that's been there for actually about 10 years. And this is where these are peers, other employees who have been trained to provide support when there's an emotionally overwhelming event, something that's happened to a team that, they can provide support. We can also do that through EFR, but we have the two options, peers, or EFR provides a licensed mental health professional when we go out and do something. So just want to let you know that that's there too. And towards the end, I'll tell you about a few of the other supports that are available. So, but turning to managing and getting better at stress, and the whole idea of today's session is a stress break. So first, the concept of how powerful a pause can be. We're all very, very busy. We have many demands, especially during the workday. But just taking a quick pause, just to change gears psychologically, to kind of give the mind a chance to reset and recharge a little bit. That's really all I'm talking about. And these are just some examples. So we all know about breathing, but there's lots of different ways to use the breath to relax. And I'm going to run you through an exercise in a couple minutes, and we'll start with some breathing and you'll see what I mean. But just simple concept of belly breathing so you feel it to your belly. And then when you breathe out long and slow. So that really helps stimulate the relaxation response. Savoring is really essentially stopping and smell the roses. So we tend to not do this as much for positive events or pleasant things. We tend to just sort of gloss over them. It's just kind of the way our brains are hardwired. So what I'm suggesting here is when something pleasant or positive happens, to take a moment to appreciate it, to feel gratitude for it, and just what that does is it allows it to kind of sink into the brain and strengthen that neural pathway. Everyday mindful awareness is just simple little things like when you wash your hands, for example, which we do a lot, paying attention to the sensations of doing that is a great way to stay in the present moment and kind of not let your mind wander and go off and worry about all the to-dos and all the concerns of the day, but just pausing while you're washing your hands, paying attention to what you're doing while you're doing it can be a great way to just, again, give the mind a quick break. And then, of course, you probably have your own ways of finding relaxation and taking breaks, whether, I just listed a few things here from, music or hobbies that we do or exercise, or of course, there's all sorts of videos out there on puppies and kittens and things that bring a smile to our face. So, the point here is to intentionally do these things, which give us a little bit of refreshment, give us a pause in our busy workday so that we're intentionally doing these kinds of things. And when we do this more often, we will, be a little bit more apt to be able to do this. And that's to be able to tap into a blissful or peaceful state of mind, even when life is hectic and chaotic. And the more we do that, the more we train ourselves to relax. In other words, make relaxation routine. And we do that on a regular basis, make it a habit. We can tap into that even when life is, at its craziest. So that's the idea of this quote here, is to be able to do that when we most need it. All right, so went a little too far. Just as another quick breathing exercise that I like, you can do this with me right now just to sort of get us, sort of sets the stage for the next meditation practice. So you just take a full deep breath. So you can do this with me right now. Just really full breath. Feel the in breath. And then breathing out long and slow, feel that out breath. And the point here is just to feel this one breath. And then do that again. Second time, as you breathe in deeply, notice the body and just sort of tune into the body awareness, the felt sense of the body, and ask yourself, what does my body need right now? It might need to relax or stretch or have some water or whatever it is, just kind of checking in with what the body needs. And then the third deep breath, as you breathe in, be kind to yourself. You know, give yourself a little pat on the back for all the stuff that you do for yourself and everyone else. It's important to do this. Sometimes we can tend to be hard on ourselves. Sometimes we feel like we're not doing enough, or we're not taking the time for ourselves. And this quick 3 breaths is just one way to do that. Breathing, feeling the breath, breathing, feeling the body, breathing, being kind to ourselves, and giving ourselves that appreciation. So at this point, what I'd like to do is run you through just sort of a brief exercise, a mindful breathing. We'll do some breathing, and then we'll release a little tension as we do this, and then we'll also breathe in and out for ourselves and others. So this will maybe take, I don't know, maybe 6 minutes or so. So all you have to do is sit comfortably, and in other words, take an intentional position as you're sitting relatively straight up, but not rigid. I want you to be comfortable. So finding a very comfortable, balanced position, feet flat on the floor, and then just so that you can be relaxed as you sit, but also alert and awake. And then you can close your eyes if you like. It helps to sometimes close the eyes. So you can do that. Or if you'd prefer to keep them open, if it feels better that way, just keep them slightly open with a downward, unfocused gaze. And as we settle into this posture, just maybe roll the neck or the shoulders a little bit. Take a couple of deep breaths and just, kind of let your body settle in and relax as we begin. And this helps us to kind of steady our attention in the present moment. And so we'll also start by setting an intention to put aside any unnecessary thoughts regarding plans or agendas or projects. This time is like a gift to yourself. Everything else can wait until later. For right now, all you have to do is relax and be right here, and give yourself permission to take this time for yourself. So let's just notice the rhythm of the breathing, just feeling the breath as it flows in and out of the body in a natural way. You don't have to work to breathe. It happens all by itself. So see if you can begin to settle back and relax into this natural flow of breathing. The pace and demands of life can build up, and tension can arise and stress in our mind and our body, and we can use the breath to release that tension, releasing stress that's accumulated. So let's begin deepening the breath just a little bit. Take a slightly longer in breath. At the top of the inhale, pause and hold, and then let the breath out in a long, thin, slow stream of air, kind of like you're blowing through a straw. At the bottom, at your end of the exhale, pause again, and then breathe in again. And we'll do this a couple more times on your own. So breathe in fully, pause, breathe out long and slow, thin stream of air, pause, and then do that again a couple more times. And then go ahead and allow your breathing to return to a normal, natural rhythm. And just notice the effect of having kind of modulated your breathing a little bit. And also notice, if your mind traveled and wandered, that's okay. Our minds are going to do that. Our thoughts pop up and they carry our attention away. Just simply notice that when it happens and bring your attention and your focus back to the next breath. So we've used the breath to release any tension or tightness. And now what we're going to do is just notice as we do kind of scan around. We'll start with around the the area of the face. Just notice if there's any tension or tightness in the face or the forehead or the jaw. And as you breathe, imagine that vitality of the breath flowing to those places in your face and head. And as you breathe out, imagine any tension draining out with the breath. Okay, so doing that, breathing in that fresh vitality, and then breathing out, letting tension around the face, the mouth, the jaw, or even the shoulders, just let them all relax and drain away with the breath. And then go ahead and explore any other region of the body where you might feel tension or stress. First, becoming aware of that area, noticing the tension, and then breathe in, sending that energy to that place. And then breathe out, allowing all the muscles and tissues of that area to soften and relax. And imagine the tension releasing as you breathe out. So just continue doing that. Just look for areas of the body where you can send the breath to and then release the tension from. And if you don't notice anything in particular, just continue to breathe in and out, just feeling that breath coming in, sort of refreshing yourself, and feeling the breath as you breathe out, releasing any tension and stress. And then we'll begin to finish with just a few moments of returning to the simplicity of sitting quietly with the breath. Let your breath be light, natural, and easy, allowing the breath to flow through you, calming and steadying your mind and body. And when you're ready, slowly opening the eyes if they've been closed and letting some light in and reorienting yourself to your surroundings and finishing that exercise and just kind of noticing what that feels like for you to stop intentionally and kind of focus on the breath and release tension. And if you want, feel free to give me some feedback what that was like for you. You can either speak up or you can use the chat. Just what did that feel like for you? Just kind of even just kind of checking in with yourself is fine. Now, you don't always have to sit and meditate and close your eyes. You can do mindful movement and mindful stretching like these cute cats here. But, making the intention again to move and stretch a little bit intentionally to feel the relaxation of that. Whatever works for you and for your body, that's important. You can also do some mindful walking. It helps, when we're walking places like I talked about with washing the hands, just feeling the movement of the feet and paying attention to the walk. Because what happens when we're walking somewhere like in this cartoon is usually our mind does start to wander and we start to really kind of get in touch with all the stress and the worries of the day, and our mind gets kind of cluttered. And so by doing these simple exercises, it helps to release that. It helps to unclutter the mind, and kind of like the dog in this picture here, just to kind of be noticing what's right in front of us, the beauty of the day, and kind of all those things in the present moment. So that's kind of the idea of what we're trying to get across here. And then I'll finish with a couple of other things that you might try. We do tend to focus on negative things. We have this negativity bias. So focusing on gratitude, and this, as you look through this list, you might just think, and even the exercise that we just did, I could have included at the end, just think of one thing you're grateful for. One thing that makes you smile, someone, something that you're thankful for. And like I mentioned before, savor that, just feel that for a moment or so, spend 10, 15 seconds or so appreciating that thing you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but it could be, you know, but could be your favorite music or song, or, you know, something that makes you laugh, you know, anything, just sort of getting in touch with that. And research really shows the more we practice this, if we do this on a regular basis, and they also did a study that when we remember 3 good things that happened during the day, it's a simple practice, but recalling 3 good things that happened, you can share that with somebody, you can text it to somebody, you can have a buddy that you can do that with. That really helps us be more in touch with those positive things. And when the study showed that when we did this for at least a week, 2 weeks is even better, it had lasting effects for our happiness and well-being of up to 6 months. So give that a try. That's another practice that you might try. And I know I'm giving you a lot here, but I want you to think about what you're going to do going forward. We have a couple things. We do these phone meditations. If you don't know about them, you're free to call into these 5 days a week. And again, I'll get to the slides so you have all the phone numbers and so forth. But these are just 10 minutes. They're live meditations. You can participate, just take a break and relax. We have some other things we have on our website. We have a bunch of meditations. We have a new app now that you can also sign up for on that same website. And I've got a lot of our classes on the YouTube channel, so you can look at some of those if you like, but I'm recording this, so you'll be able to get that. And that's basically it. So just kind of want to say thank you so much for joining me, and I'll stop the share and just see if you have any questions at all, or, you know, what did you think of that quick practice? Any thoughts or feedback? What did you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, that can get to be that relaxing, and so that's good.
Yeah.
You're able to let go and just really relax. So that's kind of the idea. So try to do something. I'll get the slides to you. We'll have the recording. I'll send that link to you, and you know, try to keep it going. That's the whole trick. Like anything else, you know, make it a habit and something that works for you. So
No, this was
all right.
terrific. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
And I'll see you again at 4, right?
Thank
We're doing it
you.
again at 4.
Yep.
So
You
excellent.
got it. All right. Take care.
Good care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.